So here we start out with this Guardian who's dead because his teleports take him nowhere but into a target, so he couldn't escape anywhere. And if you notice right up at that staircase, there's a thief up there. He's out of the fight for just whenever he wants, and he can come back in immediately because he has F1. He'll do that in just a moment, and in the process he'll also stun and immobilize me passively. And swiftness isn't going to stop me here. It's not going to do anything. He's going to get away with a lot of twos because my ally is over there being CC'd to death. And the only thing that I get away with is I actually use movement speed. I actually use my movement's keys to get away. Like, notice how slow that was. If someone actually had to teleport up to kill me, they could have very easily just done that instantaneously. And here we have an engineer who's going to use blocks instead of positioning, and his heal is going to come off too fast for us to interrupt. Because you notice I tried to Warhorn it because I was like, he's probably going to heal right there, but it wasn't enough. We put him into a corner. He's not going to reposition, even though he has swiftness for this entire period. He's just going to go invulnerable instead because it's better. But even though he has that swiftness for that little bit, it's not going to get him out of combat. It's more of a convenience than a combat tool. His health's going to tick down to his passive invulnerability threshold again. He's going to heal effectively instantly again, and he's going to go invisible, but none of that is going to take him out of combat. He has swiftness when he comes up, I think. Yep, there it is. But it's not taking him out of combat because he doesn't have a teleport or a movement skill or more invulnerability. He just gets to die now. This warrior's going to use greatsword skills to catch up to me instead of like actually swiftness or movement. And my swiftness is actually getting corrupted, but am I going to die? No, because I have wells for days which heal me. And they can stun people and generate life force, and I won't die. And we were stuck with this poor necromancer, man. Like, he's a necromancer. What is he really going to do against anyone? The fight's going to stay exactly where it started because he can't move anywhere. And the only thing that's going to save him, like, this I really want to highlight this, because he can't move anywhere. Even if he had swiftness, he can't move anywhere. The only thing that's going to make this fight any longer than it needs to be is his runes are going to pop, and he's going to live for another 3 seconds before dying instantly afterwards. That artificial lengthening of combat is just, that's key in Guild Wars 2. Like, it's not positioning, it's not swiftness, it's not timing, it's how long are you invulnerable for? And here I am, running away with swiftness from a bad fight, but I can't outrun damage that comes from the actual middle of that point. Like, it's gonna catch up to me. It's swiftness, it's not a teleport, so I get to die. And here, this isn't just a note, like, I mean, look how close we are. Where is swiftness coming into play here? We both have it, we both have swiftness for this moment. But what is it doing for any of us? We're just moving 33% faster while still hitting each other. It might as well just be baseline or not exist. We're gonna keep hitting each other either way. The only thing that's making this fight go on long enough is the amount of healing that we're doing to ourselves and the amount of damage that we're doing to knock out the healing, and the fact that I can just move conditions around and get rid of them because he's passively applying them with ease anyway. And yeah, so we're just stuck here dancing around in a circle for the entire period until the match ends, because why would we not? This is the objective, and even if it weren't, like, here's another thing. I CC him, so what is he gonna do? Teleport? No, he's gonna go invulnerable. I CC him again by immobilizing. What is he gonna do? Teleport or move? No, he's gonna stun me for a fat 2 seconds. He's not gonna reposition. He's gonna keep doing what he was doing. He's just gonna use stuns and invulnerability to lengthen that period of time, rather than swiftness or even a movement skill. And here I am, over here, gonna corner jump this guy with an immobilize and a well, and then I see that warrior, or that engineer again. He's gonna go to point. He has turrets, but his turrets activate so quickly. It's 0.5 seconds. It's as fast as a healing turret, which is why the healing turret always gets off. He's gonna put down Thumper turret right there, and even if I had swiftness, I had no dodges, I had no stability, and I had no invulnerability. Even if I had swiftness there, I don't think I would escape the 360 radius that is the Thumper turret instantly overcharging and knocking me away. And that thief out in the corner, who I didn't even see, because why would I pay attention to someone who's like in the corner of the map at that point, teleports to me instantaneously and gets off more damage. Like, why is swiftness might as well be baseline if they're just going to teleport to me and CC me and hit me from range anyway. The only thing that would stop this isn't good positioning, it's whether or not I'm invulnerable or not. And I'm not, so I get to die. The only thing that saves Necromancer is its fat hit point pool, but at that point it might as well be like a PvE veteran enemy. Like, that's what the Necromancer is. It's a PvE veteran enemy with a steering wheel for the player. It's not like positioning, nothing's positioning related. It just gets to die faster because it's just what it is. It can't move anywhere. And here's more combat of like us where, again, admire how close we are despite both eventually having swiftness. We might as well be like just making out here, but we're that's how close we are. The swiftness isn't doing anything for us, it's just making us move, in general, 33% faster, while we continue to hit each other. There isn't anything positioning related going on here, especially related to swiftness. This warrior's immune to like CC, and now he's taking 0 damage, and he just gets sick of all of it, so he pops a rampage. I don't have a teleport, I can't outrun that. Like, so I just get to die. It's like, if I could teleport to the top of that little, like, ridge there, I could maybe live for another 5 seconds or so, because there's people around, but I can't get away, because I don't have a teleport. It's not about skill or positioning or timing. Did you bring a teleport? Oh, well, no, I get to die to the rampage now. This poor Mesmer uses Portal to try and do tricky things, but once he gets into range, he's gonna take damage. It's not about timing or positioning, and here, he doesn't even have swiftness. He uses a blink to get out. He doesn't even have swiftness. He would get away from me, even though I have swiftness, if it weren't for the fact that I could CC him instantly in Death Shroud from 1200 range, because that's fair. And so I made my actually legitimately sort of fair projectile unfair, because like the moment it was like, oh, I could dodge now. Nope, I'm running in a direction, I'm forced running for a second, so I have to eat it now. And now I'm chilled. And he tries to corner jump us, but how could I not see him? Because the FOV in this game is enormous, because it's an MMORPG. He tries to run through a narrow corner, so I set up a trap for him with a well, but he blinks through it, because why would he not? He made the right move. But again, he made the right move, but it negates positioning. It negates the importance of positioning your timing. If he can just skip bad things, if he can just negate it instantly, it doesn't matter by that point. And then the thief catches him in the corner, and he just dies anyway, because who could escape the 3 spam? The 3 spam will kill you, no matter how, like, it's just a matter of being passive. It's a matter of being patient, being passive, and killing the guy eventually. Not because it's good timing, or because it's good positioning, it's because you have the buttons available, and you will kill the guy as soon as he uses his.